March 1st, 1932, a cold and stormy night. The infant son of America's most beloved hero, Charles Lindbergh, vanishes from his crib without a trace. A ransom note is left behind, and what unfolds next becomes one of the darkest, most haunting crimes in American history. They called it the crime of the century. But was justice ever truly served, or did the real kidnapper walk free? The year is 1932. The Great Depression has America on its knees, but in the quiet countryside of Hopewell, New Jersey, stands a large white mansion, home to Charles Lindbergh, the man who captured the world's heart after his solo flight across the Atlantic. Inside, his wife, Anne Morrow Lindbergh, tends to their 20-month-old son, Charles Jr. To the public, they are America's golden family, admired, adored, untouchable. But on one quiet night, that perfect image would shatter forever. The family put baby Charles to bed around 8 p.m. By 10, he was gone. The family nurse, Betty Gow, was the first to discover the empty crib. The window was open. There were muddy footprints on the nursery floor, and outside, a wooden ladder lay broken beneath the window. Pinned to the windowsill was a single, chilling note. "We have your child. $50,000 demanded. No police, no tricks. Do not attempt to contact anyone except as we instruct. If you involve the police, you will never see him again. Place the money in a strong box with no marks. Wait for our signal. We will provide details later. If you follow instructions exactly, the child will be returned unharmed. Signed simply, a friend." Within hours, the Lindbergh estate was swarming with police, reporters, and neighbors desperate for answers. America's hero, the man who had once soared through the skies, was now trapped in every parent's worst nightmare. Weeks passed. Letters poured in from all over the country, some claiming to have the baby, others pretending to be the kidnappers. More than 400 ransom notes flooded in, but each lead led nowhere. Then on May 12, 1932, tragedy struck. A truck driver discovered a small, decomposed body in the woods, just a few miles from the Lindbergh home. It was the Lindbergh baby, dead since the very night of the kidnapping. The nation went silent. Grief turned into fury. Someone had to pay. 2 long years later, a small clue surfaced. A $10 gold certificate used at a gas station in New York. The serial number matched the ransom money. Police traced it to a man named Bruno Richard Hauptmann, a German carpenter living in the Bronx. Inside his garage, detectives found over $14,000 of the Lindbergh ransom hidden in a box. It seemed like an open and shut case. The nation wanted closure, and they wanted it fast. Hauptmann denied everything. He claimed a former business partner, now dead, had left the money behind without his knowledge. But few believed him. The handwriting on the ransom notes matched his own. Wood used to build the ladder matched the floorboards from his attic. The prosecution called it undeniable proof. In 1935, after a sensational trial broadcast nationwide, Bruno Richard Hauptmann was found guilty and sentenced to death. Outside the courthouse, crowds cheered. For them, justice had been served. But as years passed, cracks began to form in the case. Experts questioned the handwriting analysis. Witnesses claimed they were pressured to identify Hauptmann and that perfectly matching ladder wood. Some believed the evidence was planted. Even Lindbergh himself came under suspicion in some conspiracy theories. Rumors whispered that he might have accidentally caused his son's death and staged the kidnapping to cover it up. No solid proof ever surfaced, but the questions never stopped. Was Hauptmann really guilty? Or was he the perfect scapegoat in a desperate attempt to calm a furious nation? On April 3, 1936, Bruno Richard Hauptmann was executed in the electric chair. He maintained his innocence to his final breath. He never confessed, not once. And so, the case officially closed, but not in the hearts of those who still wondered. If Hauptmann wasn't the real kidnapper, then who was? Was it an inside job? A calculated cover-up? Or the perfect crime that fooled an entire nation? More than 90 years later, the truth remains locked in history's shadows, a mystery unsolved, a child gone forever. And one question that still haunts America to this day: was justice truly served, Or was the crime of the century never really solved? If you think justice was not served, tell me why in the comments. And if you want more chilling stories like this one, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the past still has secrets waiting to be uncovered.